All right, I know YouTube says I'm supposed to wait and give you everything at the end so that you'll watch the whole video, but I'm going to save you some time and give you the short version up front, and then I'll get into the detailed explanation. The sketch palette is over on the right when you're editing a sketch. There's two types of line types. The center line will actually mirror a little bit better. When you're looking at an angle, you can look directly at your sketch with the look at. The sketch grid turns on this nice grid, and snapping is what will snap when you're using the grid. Sometimes it's helpful when you're in a sketch to be able to see the cross section. When I hit slice, it will cross section anything in front of us. When you sketch a closed profile, you should see this light blue indicator that it's going to work. Toggling this will turn that off for you. You can toggle the visibility of points, dimensions, constraints. You can toggle projected geometries and construction geometry. And finally, if you want to work in 3D, turn on the 3D sketch. Now let's take a closer look. So when I look at the sketch palette, when I'm editing a sketch, I can choose between construction and centerline. Construction, they're very similar, but the big takeaway is that you can use both to mirror, for example, but you're going to get slightly different behavior. When I hit mirror and I choose the object right here, with construction lines, I'm going to need to select it, and then it will mirror. And now when I want to do a diameter from, let's say, the center point to this construction line, because this is the true center of this design, right? You can right click and do diameter, and it will double your dimension. There's a shortcut for both of these experiences. When you use a center line like this one, we go to mirror and I choose the object. It automatically selected the mirror line right here. So it already knew about it. And if I dimension, it's automatically going to double it because it knows it's the center. But the advantage of a construction line is this. Not only could you sketch a shape and make this for construction as a reference, like you need to design something to fit within this envelope. You don't want to extrude this, you just want that as a design guide. Terrific. What's great is when you hit extrude, it doesn't solve anything. But when it comes to a closed profile, like this circle, when I hit extrude, it's going to work. If I put a line through it, that's going to break it up into two profiles. So when we hit extrude, we basically have to select both. This gets problematic when you're using lofts and other more advanced features. When you use a center line, this will still split it. Construction line does not, which is really nice, so it doesn't break up your profiles when you're trying to solve between them. Sometimes you'll be working on a sketch and you want to sketch on this face, and you're going to sketch a circle and it looks more like, an ellipse or something, or it's almost like it won't even work. It's very helpful to look straight at your sketch plane that you're using. So what you can do is just hit look at, and it will look straight at your sketch profile, or normal if you're used to that term. You might notice that I have this grid. You have the ability to toggle the sketch grid on and off. And where I like using this is when I want to have a visual indicator for my design. What if I wanted to design within 100 millimeter footprint, right? And so I'm going to place my design within this 100 millimeter square. Okay, so now I'm using this as a 100 millimeter guide for myself, or I could change these smaller indicators. Let's look down at the grid. If you come down to your grid settings, you can set it automatically to be 100 millimeters total, or 1 inch. Up. I said inches. I know I'm not supposed to say inches. It's terrible. Okay, so you can set this as 100 millimeters total, broken up into how many subdivisions. Snapping pertains to the grid. This always confused me. I thought it was like general snapping. It's actually, if you want to snap to these grid points, turn on the snap, and now it's going to snap into place. Sometimes you want to sketch right in the middle of your design, and you might have geometry in front of you that's blocking your view or blocking your kind of understanding of what's happening all in this big mess of stuff. And so if I'm in a sketch and I choose slice, it's going to slice on the sketch plane that we're on and allow me to see just a cross-sectional view of everything that's going on, which can be really cool and pretty helpful. When I've talked about troubleshooting sketches in the past, I've mentioned that if you don't see a blue visual, then there's probably a problem with your profile. This should be closed. It should be light blue because this is checked. And so let's just do a circle real quick here. That's light blue because it's a nice closed shape or profile. Now instead, I'm going to troubleshoot by doing a line. And because I have the profile selected, the light blue shows me the areas that are solving. The white is not solving. So there's an issue on this side. If I drag my line, clearly the issue is somewhere in this corner. These points, these lines are not actually touching. That was the problem. Now I have a closed profile. And this just gives you that indicator of your closed profiles, which is helpful when you're ready to hit extrude or revolve or other features. When you're sketching, sometimes you'll have a lot of geometry. And sometimes it's helpful to be able to toggle whether or not these points exist or not. And this can turn off the points that are in the other sketches behind it. Next is dimensions. So you can toggle your visibility of dimensions. You can toggle these constraints on and off for visibility. Projected. Projected is when you're reusing geometry. So if I hit P for project and I redraw this edge, hit OK, I'm going to have purple there. That purple stuff is projected geometry that I'm able to reference and reuse for constraints and dimensions. You can turn this on and off. This does not delete any of these things. It does not delete the dimension here. It's just simply not visible while this is unchecked. Same goes for if we make this whole thing construction, then I can toggle that visibility on and off. And finally, if you need to work in a 3D sketch, if you've seen my 3D sketch on creating a frame, you'll want to toggle this on in order to use it. Definitely turn this off if you're not 3D sketching. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.